Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Now that I have you with me, I was actually about to compare two snacks. Of course, I'll be drinking Aquafina, purified water. Let me cleanse my palate real quick. That's refreshing. You may be wondering where my Yeti 30-ounce Rambler vacuum cup went, and that is because I lost it. And I know exactly where it is, and it should be back for tomorrow's video. Today we will be comparing two products. Your standard, what they call a Fiji apple, and Motts apple sauce. Now what are the real differences between these? Because the Motts applesauce, no sugars added, it's unsweetened, and it's made from apple. On the back it says it's 40 calories, and what is used in it? Well, it has potassium, what we found in bananas yesterday, and made from real fruit. It looks like it was made in Texas, so it's made in the USA. Very patriotic thing. Every kid remembers growing up with applesauce if you live in the US and not some third world country like Ireland or something like that. What should we eat first? Well, seeing as I have two Motts apples, I'm going to do it in this order. First, I am going to do Motts applesauce, get my opinions, then I'm going to rinse. Then I will eat the apple. I will give my opinions, I will rinse, then finally I will have Motts apple. That brings it all together. Now, these are different than your normal applesauces, where they come in a small plastic cup with a lid. These are more meant to be drank. These are easier to take on the go and less prone to spilling, as you can open them and just as easily close them, and no applesauce will come out as seen. No. Let's dive in, shall we? It's sour, very smooth, but it has chunks in it. Very sour, leaves a kind of sour aftertaste in your mouth. Now it can either be sucked or squeezed into your mouth. That's a taste all American kids remember. Mott's applesauce, or really any kind of applesauce. I always like to put cinnamon in my applesauce, but as this is an unbiased review, I don't add anything to my foods unless if it's a specific test of that product. A little bit left. This side like to flatten out a bit, squeeze it to the top like this. That is all. Put the cap back on. So, final thoughts. It's smooth, but chunky. It has a nice texture to it. It's not quite a drink, but it's not quite a solid. It's like a mush, almost. It has a good taste to it. It's sour. It tastes, well, like an apple, of course. It's a bit more convenient, but you definitely get less out of it than an average apple, and it costs more. The convenience is there. Of course, it has extra nutrients added to it from what it looks like. Yeah, 20% of your vitamin C, so if you drank 5 of these, you wouldn't get scurvy. Now let's eat. First, let's get a drink. I almost didn't catch myself, I'm new to this. Bit more. Alright, let's continue. Let's take a review of this apple. It's hard, but a bit squishy. It's red with spots of white. That's the nature of it being a Fiji apple. My personal favorite are probably just your standard red apple. Red Delicious. Those are probably my favorite. But this is what I had around, and this is probably your most common type of apple in America. So, let's dive in. First impressions, it's easy to bite into, but that's not true of every apple. I find Fiji's are the easiest to get into. It's sour, but not quite as sour as the applesauce. And it's solid, but it's easily turned to mush, much quicker than most other foods that you'd be accustomed to. thoughts on the apple. The apple has a good taste, and it's cheap for budget-minded college students, of course. You get a lot of bang for your buck. I feel full after eating that. It's quite delicious. Yeah, you have a lot of food to it, though I don't like how pieces get stuck in your teeth. You're gonna want a toothpick, especially if you're talking to anyone afterwards. Luckily, y'all can't see my teeth. I just swished water. Overall, it's a great, healthy American food. Yeah, now, some people may have seen the people who think you should eat your apple like this, like that. It's wrong. That's communist propaganda. You'll eat the seeds, and you'll eat all of the rubbish on the end of the apple, like all where the dirt collects and all that. Don't do that. Don't be a communist. Be American. Capitalism always wins. But this isn't a political channel. This is a food channel. I'm just saying the Soviet Union collapsed because of the way they ate apples. Alright, now on to Motts unsweetened applesauce, made from apples, no sugar added, and a juice pouch. Tastes the same as the first one. Sweet, but it's sour aftertaste, kind of mushy. Hold on, let me get that. Sorry about that. Telemarketers, I just muted that ringer. You may be able to hear the answering machine in the background. That's life, isn't it? I was gonna film in my truck today, but it's a bit too chaotic outside, and I did not feel like driving anywhere. Nor do I have my license, so I can't drive anywhere. Yeah, let's continue. Smooth, but with bits in it. I like it. My final impressions. Both your standard apple, your standard Fiji apple, and your Motts unsweetened applesauce, which comes in juice pouches, are great snack foods. They're healthy. They're a great boost. Not quite a meal. They definitely filled me up. Great source of vitamins, and great way to fill you up. Great for budget-minded people, of course, the normal apple. Overall, I'd have to rate the applesauce for a snack food. I'd rate it 6 out of 10. I'm not really a big fan of the sourness. I've never been a fan of sour. And it honestly, the amount you get out of here, which is, let's see, this feels to be about 4 ounces or so. It's not too much. Yeah, 3.2 ounces. It's not that much. If you're looking for a beverage, that's not the way to go. If you're looking for something to fill you up, that wouldn't be my first choice. It's good, but it's a bit pricey for the price that it comes at. Like, you don't get much for your buck. The apple, on the other hand, if you're looking for a great snack to replenish you after you do exercise or while you're on the run, or maybe you're at school or you're at work, it's a great snack, and it's very healthy and it's cheap and it fills you up, gets the job done. And I would probably rate the apple probably a 7 out of 10. Not quite as high as I rated the banana for a snack food, which I rated at 8 out of 10, simply because of its convenience to open, it's easier to share, it's easier to eat. I prefer the taste, and its overall appearance, of course, and its ergonomics. It's much easier to hold a banana than an apple. And overall, this gets my seal of approval. These, unless you're a soccer mom, I don't recommend them highly, but I'd give them a shot if I were you. Alright, this is Brett Ward from Brett's Food Reviews, and this has been Motts applesauce versus regular apple, a comparison, and I'm signing out.